Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to WRC 10. As we've shown off quite a lot of the game, we've shown you career, quick play season, the every editor, subs, online multiplayer. We'll get to challenges, but we've shown you the test arena as well. But we've yet to show you the big edition WRC 10, and that is 50th anniversary mode. As anniversary mode lets you relive famous events from the last 50 years of the WRC. The experience points gained in them will be unlocked as you encounter the anniversary events in career mode. In addition, once all the events have been unlocked here, you can access private team mode in career mode from the WRC 3 category upwards. As to celebrate 50 years of the WRC Championship since 1973 in 2021, we get a number of challenges. As you can see, covering from Group 4 at the beginning to Group B, Group A, and the World Rally Cars era. So you can see we have got, it is 17 challenges there. But they're going to be adding 8 more in October and November, adding new cars as well. So very excited about that. But in order to get the private team in career mode, where you can manage your own team, you're basically not renting a car like you normally are doing in career mode. You can own one now. We've got to complete all of this. So let's get cracking, shall we? As if you didn't know, the WRC, it was born out of the International Championship for Manufacturers, which came around in 1970, and saw a handful of rallies counting towards a championship for manufacturers, who'd have guessed, with Porsche in it in 1970 with their 911. And then Alpine won it in 71, and then Lancia won it in 72. But for 1973, the World Rally Championship was born. But it only rewarded points for manufacturers from 73 till 78. That was the only World Championship. So Alpine won it in 73, and then Lancia got a hat-trick of championship wins before Fiat won. And then in 77 to 78, we saw an FIA Cup for drivers. So we saw Sandro Manari, the Dragon, win, and then we saw Marco Annan win in 78. But for 1979, we finally saw the World Championship for drivers along with manufacturers, and Dawn Aldegaard won the first championship by just a single point ahead of Hannu Mikkola. And since then, we've seen the likes of Audi, of Peugeot, of Lancia, of Subaru, Mitsubishi, Ford, Hyundai, Toyota, Citroen, Peugeot. We've seen lots of different manufacturers and drivers come along to grab the titles. Of course, Sebastian Loeb has the most world championships for a driver with 9, and Sebastian Ogier is going to be getting his 8th this season. They are clearly at the top of the records. So let's go through WRC history. Let's go back in time to the Acropolis Rally in 1973. During the Group 4 era, we had rear-wheel drive cars, and we had an Alpine A110. As in the 1960s, car manufacturers realised it was in their interest to push rallying forward. By developing cars specifically adapted to these events, their role quickly became predominant. The precursor to the WRC was the International Championship for Manufacturers. For the first WRC season in 1973, the Alpine A110, the Berlinati, I don't know how to say that, seems to be the car to beat. But win the title for its manufacturer, Renault Alpine. Let's start 50th anniversary event. And as you can see, we're pretending to be Jean-Luc Derriere with Christian Delferrier alongside him, as we've got 6.96 kilometers ahead of us. The Alpine weighing just 750 kilograms, but with 180 brake horsepower. Here's a beast. So welcome to 1973. Look at all the afros. Look at the short shorts. Look at the moustaches. Look at the Alpine as well. Oh god, there's ginger afros as well. Bit scared about that. So for this first event, we've got to beat a reference time of 6:54.359. We can't do anything with the setup. We just get in and drive.
4, 3, 2,
There we go then.
One. Let's go. 30. Left 4 short. 50. Right 6 tightens into right left 6 brake.
So yeah, I am using paddle shifts. I know, an abomination.
Left 3 into right 3. Definitely don't cut. 30.
I am trying to like heel in so.
Brake tightens 3 medium.
Go and change gears
left, right,
properly.
4.
Has it got people on rocks?
Don't cut. Into right 2. Cut. And left 3 tightens into right 4.
So we're keeping it in high gears in like third and fourth. We're trying to kill the wheel spin a bit. But this is really cool having this in WRC 10. Considering the historic content has been pretty weak, it's good to see there's a focus on it in WRC 10.
Left 5 tightens into right 4 short 50. Right 3.
So we see how the cars handle if they're much better than they used to be. Like this Alpine feels much better. It's not just spinning up the wheels. Like it feels like you. It feels like you can actually have a bit of control now. This car. Accelerating out of corners. Like, it used to just be a bit too much for me, the wheel spin, especially on gravel. But as you can see, no, we're just driving smoothly and calmly. Maybe we need to speed up a bit.
Right 2, small cut, narrows into left 2, rock in. Into right 2, into left 3, narrows, and right 3, tightens 2, small
Because it feels slightly more planted. Like, still, there's a touch of floatiness about this, but I'm not sure if that's trying to simulate, like, the low weight of this car. And
left 4, tightens 3, medium.
You know, something you can feel like in Dirt Rally 2.0 as well with the Alpine. But the Alpine's a bit more of a fire-breathing beast in that game. But the rear wheels do spin up quite a bit. Bit more difficult to handle. Like this feels very surprisingly smooth to drive.
And left 2, keep into right 1, small cut, and left 2, short, small cut, 30.
Yeah, that is how you cut the course.
Right 3, tightens into left 3, short, tightens 2, narrows 30.
So yeah, I prefer this Alpine to previous editions in the WRC games, but I'm not sure
right 5, medium, and right 5 into right 3,
with it being
50.
compared to Dirt Rally 2.0 version. Like that feels more like what I would expect the Alpine to handle. Of course, this is all perception. This is all
Left 2, medium,
relative.
right 1.
What we think of how these cars handle, because I'll probably never get the chance to drive this car in real life.
And caution, keep left, right 4 at junction over bump 50.
So it's all what we just
Left 3, narrows 50.
expect the car to handle from
Right
what
4,
we've
small cut,
seen
into right
and
left 6, don't cut, into right 5, small cut.
what drivers say as well. So just keeping it in safe
And left
third
4 widens, bear
most of
out,
this
into left
stage.
2, keep right.
The hell, where are we going at? Very wide open.
In, left 4 short, into right 4, tightens, rock in, into left 6, 50.
Just cruising through this. I have
Right 3, don't
seen that
cut, bumpy
the challenges
80.
do get harder than this one. Like this is perhaps not the hardest challenge.
Bumps into left 3.
Well, we're maybe cruising a bit, but it's a great introduction though. Like
Into right 4 short, open.
I'm right at the beginning with the first winner in the WRC championship.
Into right 2, medium.
And do like we got like real life pictures as well and of the drivers.
Left 5, medium, rock in, tightens, 50.
Yeah, it's great to see. I wonder if they have this for WRC 11 because that will be KT Racing's last WRC game.
2 short.
Of course, we actually will be celebrating the 50th anniversary next year. I wonder if they might add more events or expand this any at all,
Right 2 opens. And right 2 short.
or if it's just like a one-off. which is probably more likely. And we just have the historic cars and maybe even the historic stages as well still in the game for next year. I would love that. Because I like the idea of having... Oh god, maybe not cut that. Of having like historic content in officially licensed games. Like we've seen it in, of course, the F1 games in recent years. We've seen it in MotoGP, in Supercross. No, in Supercross it is mostly DLC, unfortunately. Just doing the victory donuts. Keep middle into left 4, into right 2, tightens, widens. But this is like the biggest I think we've seen like historic content in a officially licensed game since probably MotoGP. And left 3, tightens into right 3, keep into left 2, cut. And they had the historic modes for like Valentino Rossi the game. Into right 2 and left 3, medium, keep in. And I had all like the challenges as well for the historic modes. Like this is kind of what it is in WRC Go. This is like the historic challenges in MotoGP from a couple of years back, which was based on real life challenges as well back in the MotoGP 19 and 18. Into right 4, tightens, don't cut, and left 3 short, opens. Into left 4, don't. Yeah, I wonder if they do have the historic stuff, we see maybe different challenges for next year. Maybe I have it on some of the stages already made. Maybe older stages like for Germany and Finland or Portugal. As we made it to the end in Greece. Well, that could be a thing to see. As we completed the objective. As we beat Rano Oldonin. Then Jean-Pierre Nicholas, Hakan Limber, George Fisher, and Richard Bochnik in the Citroen. With Fiat up there as well, and Volkswagen. Oh, a nice, comfortable first event for the 50th anniversary mode. There you go. First one down. Just 24 more to go. The first WRC is done. What is up next then? So the Copros Rally is done in 1973. Next we'll be heading to Rally San Remo in 1974, where we will be the Dragon in his Lancia Stratos. So thanks for watching, and we'll see if we can do just as well next time.